You're here.
Finally.
Okay, we have you. Excellent.
Okay, so about myself, my name is Grace, and I love to make films. I love to make films that impact lives majorly. I've been making films since 1998. I've been in film since 1998. I've actually lost count of how many films I've made, but as at today, maybe over 50. And that's short films, feature films, documentaries, name it.
Okay.
You know. I also, so in my journey as a filmmaker, I had a lot of young people. Oh, I'd like to work with you. I'd like to work with you. So it was getting to, like, I had too many people to help, and I couldn't fit everyone on my film set because, film sets, you have to have a limited number because of budget and stuff like that. So
yes.
I just couldn't fit everyone on the film set. So I decided, okay, I might as well train them formally, because I was doing that informally on set, like an apprenticeship kind of thing, even though it was free. And then I continued. So I started Derwin Film Academy in 2018, and it's majorly free, actually. It's a free. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now, you see, I'm going to get back to you as a person, but there is a burning question that we always get on Nollywood by Mindspace. How can I get into Nollywood? I'm passionate about acting. I want to be an actor. And we do publicity. It's not really our role to put people, place them in films. So now, can you address this question? Because I can't tell you the number of messages we get on a daily basis. People even want to pay us money to get into films. So please, can you just shed a little bit of light on this?
Okay, so the thing is, these days it's easier. When we started in the 90s, it was a bit tougher. It was a bit difficult because communication was only via landlines and things like that. So now you have cell phones, you have the internet, you have social media platforms that you can use to sell yourself. So you can always, for the ones who want to be in front of the camera, you could do a lot of monologues and tag producers, people who are making films. I know how many tags I get on a daily basis.
All right, okay.
You can do that. That's on one side. Another way is you can create a platform for yourself. You can actually start to shoot. If you have lovely stories, you can shoot and post them on YouTube and share the link. You never know who would see it and decide, oh, I would like to work with this person. Also, you could go for a lot of auditions for those who want to be in front of the camera. A lot of auditions every day out there. You need to also follow a lot of producers on social media so you know when they are calling for auditions.
All right.
You see when they're calling for auditions and things like that. Outside of producers, also production companies and platforms, they actually do call for auditions from time to time. So you have to also prepare yourself when you want to go for these auditions. And then for those behind the camera, the good thing about technology as well is you can showcase your work.
All right.
Your social media platform is your office, is your billboard, is everything. So you can actually do, even if you're not doing the entire production, you can do light setup. For example, if you're a light guy, and say, okay, I'm trying to light this room for day or for night or things. Just do like different things that people can see and be like, okay, this is good. And then lastly, you can also go to film schools. There are a lot of film schools out there now, although they're not exactly cheap. Most of the film schools, you have to pay a lot of money. But thankfully, we have schools like mine that if you are within the age bracket, you can actually be trained for free. And if you're above the age bracket, you can be trained at an extremely subsidized rate where you're pretty much just paying for your t-shirts and, your books.
All right. Now, before we end this broadcast, we're not ending yet. Please remind me to ask you for the details of your school, the address, the location, and how people can apply. It's very important.
Awesome.
Now,
Thank you.
Great. Now, there's something that I'd really like to ask. In the bad old days before internet, how did people get into Nollywood or all those big stars? How did they make it into Nollywood?
Okay, so majority of us back then, in majority of people, it was auditions. I was fortunate. I didn't have to do a lot of auditions to get roles because in my own case, I started from pageantry and then modeling. So somehow that was a platform that opened the doors to Nollywood for me. So I was able to, I even stumbled on acting actually because I did like television, but I didn't even know I could be an actor or I could have the opportunity. So I followed a friend to go for an audition and at Zebedeo's office at the time. And he asked me to help her, to read with her. And that's what I did, and that's how I got the role. And it was a major role. And thereafter, I started working back to back and all of that. So one other thing is you have to be prepared. Like you have to be ready at any time because you could meet someone at any point and the person is like, oh, I love this and I want you to be on set with me. I have actually cast people just by seeing something small that they did on social media. There was a girl I've worked with her like 2 or 3 times. It was a skit that someone shared to me that I saw her in and I was like, oh, this girl, if she could do this, she will be amazing. And I've worked with her ever since then.
All right. Now, one thing I've observed about you is that it seems you prefer being in the background than actually being in front of the camera. Because I see you producing, I see you putting people together, I see you teaching people. I hardly ever see you in front of the camera anymore. What is going on?
Nothing really. It's just I'm just so busy behind cameras. That's the truth. So, I mean, I acted for over 10, 12 years. And when work behind the camera became, should I say more engaging for me? Because mentally I could use my mind, I could create and all that. So I actually enjoy working behind cameras. The beautiful thing about acting is a lifetime thing. I'm an actor. I've always been an actor and I will be an actor even till I'm 90. So the day I feel like casting myself in a film, in my film or in someone else's film, or being an actor in someone else's, I'll go back in front of camera. I don't think it will be a problem for me. But for now, I'm just trying to, it's like one project comes, the next one is coming. I'm trying to finish this one. So somehow I just don't remember. I don't even remember to cast myself as an actor. That's the truth.
All right, I'll remind you of something.
Okay.
You were the person who produced Alexandra All's first feature film. Am I right?
Alexandra All. Oh yeah. Alexandra. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Her first film, yes.
Now, where is Alexandra now?
She's in Abuja.
I know that. Okay, fine. I'm going to ask you a question. You've been running the school since 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I.
Okay. In that 4 years, where are some of your graduates now? What are they doing now?
A lot. A lot.
Okay.
So we have so many testimonials. We have the ones who are in front of camera. We have the ones who are behind the camera. Interestingly, some of them even come to the school and say, oh, I want to be an actor. By the time they are done, they're like, you know what? I am happy with behind the camera. I want to be behind the camera. Some of them are actually like, there's a young guy who came to the school. He didn't have any knowledge about what's it called, the cameras or anything. But today he's working with some of the biggest Nollywood filmmakers. He's the DOP to Uche Agbo, to Ruth Kadiri.
Wow,
That's
big.
Yes.
That's big. I know Uche Agbo. He's done work with Africa Magic. He's done work with Ruth Kadiri. I know Uche. That's a big deal.
He's like the main DOP for Uche Agbo. Do you understand? And he learned at the school. We have people who are, in fact, just recently I got a testimony from one of the students who had left a while ago, and he was saying, oh, that he just got a job with Niger something. Niger, I can't remember the full name, but it's a production company, and they gave him a house, an apartment, and a car.
All right.
So you can imagine an official car and an official apartment. So, you know, there's just so many. They love them. Some are, in fact, I can't even, there's just so many success stories. For the ones who really put their hearts to it, there are so many success stories.
All right, that's very interesting. Now, the other aspect I'm concerned about is your funding for your school. You said the school is free. How do you manage to run the school without collecting remuneration for the services that you offer?
So I look for funders.
Okay.
And try to get support from the industry, from friends, from, you know, because for me, when I was starting in the industry, it wasn't so easy. So I did make it, you know, I just said to myself that I'd like to make it easier for the next generation, for people to be able to get into the industry or learn skills without having to go through so much to gain this knowledge. Of course, there's the school of YouTube. You can learn on YouTube, but it's different when you're in a class setting and you have people around you, and then you can network with people within the class setting and all of that. So I have a lot of friends in the industry. Industry colleagues, they come to the school, they teach for free.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Okay,
that's me. They even give gifts, they support, you know, they give books, they give money, they give things. They'll say, okay, I want to pay for t-shirts, I want to pay for this, so they do that. Then I also get funding from state government, from, you know, international funders as well, getting grants, just whatever I can do, just so that my staff, because I do have a lot of staff, so my staff can be paid their salaries, we can run the school, all the overhead costs, because it's a huge, you know, running the school is quite expensive.
All right. Now I'm trying to do something now. I'm trying to add a link. You have a website?
Well, not for the school, but for my production company, yes. But for the school, I mean, anybody who wants to register on our Instagram page, if they go to the Instagram page, we do have the link there.
Okay. So now let me try and go to your Instagram page and post a link on the live video so that anybody watches now or later can go straight to your Instagram page from here. Okay. If I remember correctly, it's Derwin
Film Academy.
Okay, I see it now. Hopefully the link will appear on the live video, and so let
it's
me.
In the bio.
Yes, okay. Just a minute. I had this on the website URL, and I'll title it Derwin Film Academy. Then people can go and check that out. I could talk to you forever because, you know, I noticed something about you. There is a certain selflessness about you that I noticed when I met you.
Oh, thank you.
And I've mentioned it once or twice, but I keep saying that you are one of the silent achievers of the industry. You do your work quietly. You don't draw so much attention to yourself. But I think we'd like to change that. We should celebrate people who actually do do the kind of work that you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What I'm going to do is this. We'll have you over again. You know, there's still a lot of stuff we could talk about, but we are going to be about 30 minutes. I understand. So, but I'm going to appeal to anybody who sees this video. Please support Derwin Film Academy. They are doing great work. They are empowering the next generation of filmmakers, and anything you contribute, you are adding to posterity. I have implicit trust in Grace. She has integrity, she has passion, she has commitment. Support Derwin Film Academy, and it's a worthy cause. Now, before I stop that, I know somebody recently came to Derwin Film Academy and gave you a grant. I'd like you to kind of give a shout out. I think they deserve to be commended for that as well.
Okay, so I don't know if you're referring to the Nigerians in diaspora one.
I'm not particularly sure, but if I go to your page, I think they gave some financial assistance of some sort, like a donation.
Okay, yes. It's Nigerians in diaspora.
Okay.
Through a friend who also, like you, is like, see, Grace, you need help. You need help for this. This is a lot that you're doing.
Yes.
So he reached out to the Nigerians in diaspora community in South Savannah, America, and they donated some money for us to get plastic chairs because we are, students, they'll use it, and sometimes things get damaged, so we have to keep, so we have to keep replacing. Even our equipment get damaged, we have to keep replacing. But for me, it's more than it's more than just, I don't know how to explain. It's just something that I feel I have to do.
I understand.
It's like ministry for me, so I just have to do it.
Yes.
Also outside of the school itself, what I did for Alex then is something called Derwin First Shot Initiative, where I raise money. I get investors to raise money for first-time filmmakers, for them to shoot their very first feature films.
Okay.
So they shoot their film, and it's a real film. Yes. And then we try to sell it to African Magic or any other platform that we're able to sell it to. So I've done that for about 4 people now.
Okay. So now I'll give you, where is Derwin Film Academy located? Okay,
so currently it's located at 94 Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, Adewemimo, Lagos.
All right.
So it's in Lagos, it's not in Ogun State, even though the address is Lagos Abeokuta, but it is in Lagos. It's in Lagos State at Adewemimo.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So prospective students can just walk in and interact with you. Do you have a phone number you can just throw on the screen so that maybe later?
Yes.
Later when we edit the video, we'll put the phone numbers there so that you can.
Okay.
People can.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Right. I appreciate that. Thank you. Right. Thank you very much. So I'm so grateful.
Yeah, no. It's a pleasure. It's what we do. So.
You do great work, by the way.
Thank you. So hopefully we'll have you again, and we can talk about you personally, not about. Okay, fantastic. Look forward to. All right, it was really lovely having you.
Thank you.
And you'll be the first. You're the first person coming on this broadcast, so it's pretty special. So thank you so much for coming on. We'll be handing the broadcast here. Thank you for all those who have viewed and will still view the broadcast.
Thank you.
This will be a regular occurrence. Stay tuned for more episodes of Conversations, the Mindspace Conversations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.